What we really mean by relational organizing is how we came together to collaborate and communicate that in a way that we would become much more effective in voter education and mobilization. So let's go back to 2020. In fact, we need to go back further than that because a number of us were working in the 2016 presidential race and in the 2018 race here in Georgia for governor. And we saw that we were more effective when we worked together. We would be out doing voter registration, and we would find one group of grassroots organizers at one corner of the Walmart parking lot, another at another corner. The AKAs would be at one corner, the Deltas at another, and the Omegas would be at another. And we said, why are we all here chasing 15 people to register? So we decided to start talking amongst each other and organizing our activities in order to become more effective. This over that time frame, moving from 2016 to 2018, and then of course by 2020, led us to create a broad statewide collaboration. It started with the NAACP looking to determine where there were the most Black voters. And we found that there were 77% of Black voters in approximately 17 counties. We ultimately expanded that number of counties broader to reach about 83, 84% of voters. So we organized first our NAACP chapters. Then we reached out to the Divine Nine through the National Panhellenic Council. The beauty there was that this council was already doing the same thing among the Black Greek organizations. So they took our analytics and started moving in that direction. And then we brought the oldest fraternal organization in the Black community, the Masons, to the table. And then lo and behold, we stumbled onto this great relationship with the Center for Common Ground. And that became the glue to bring technology to the table to make us all even more effective. So when we talk about relational organizing, we're really talking about bringing all of the different elements to the table that set ego aside to bring together volunteers that already had relationships in the community, being leaders in the community, in order to collaborate and communicate and connect with those groups in order to be much more efficient and much more effective. What Center for Common Ground and all of the elements of Andrea's platform brought to the table, again, the ability for us to be connected and effective across all of the different ways of contacting voters in a pandemic. As an example, we had to not rely, we couldn't rely on canvassing to the same extent that we had in the past. So we really had to focus on phone banking and text banking, as well as other forms of socially distanced relationship development. So what we did with that was we looked at all of the tools that were out there, and Andrea had the best tools. Again, many of the text banking formats and phone banking formats didn't have good data. And the great thing about working with the Center for Common Ground was that they had scrubbed the data. Our contact and conversion rates were much higher because of the work that they had already done, which made us much more effective going forward. 2021, of course, was the runoff for the Senate campaigns in January. And it was amazing the way that the relational organizing strategy worked for the runoff campaigns, because it was unprecedented that we were able to get 95% voter turnout from the Black voters compared to what they had voted in November. That's an unprecedented number. And that's directly attributable to the relational organizing that had been established through traditional means, overlaid with the technological platform that the Center for Common Ground was able to implement through the various groups. So the relational organizing, the technology, and the innovations that came out of us working together and recognizing that we would be much more effective when we set ego to the side was highly effective in the January 5th runoff. And we took that into the municipal races. In the municipal races in November 2021, we were able to be also very effective on the local level. We strongly dispute the national narrative that all politics is top down. We know that all politics is local. And so we were able to flip approximately 50 municipal level seats of mayors and city council members across the state to much more progressive elected officials. So what we were building on continued to work through the municipal elections, and now we're established to do the same thing and even expand on it with some of the new tools that Andrea is going to talk to you about for 2022.